So in summary, declarative techniques. Network native encryption, TDE, declarative techniques, DBA does it. Totally beneath the level of the application. The developers, the clients, never even know it's happening. Never forget there are programmatic techniques available as well. It's a bit more work, but the equivalent of TDE, we can do it on SE2 as well. But unlike the declarative techniques, that will be a lot of work. The declarative techniques, very easy to retrofit to existing environments, which is particularly important. Imagine that you're running third-party software, you've no access to the source code. How are you going to do that programmatically? You can't. There are, of course, many more options, which I haven't gone through today.
Excellent. Thank you, John. Hey, we've got a few minutes for questions. If anybody has any questions, any more questions, and also, yes, also, I'm sorry, in the chat, John talked about multi-tenant databases. We have 3 free tutorials that John has created on multi-tenant database. I put a link to one of them in the chat. So if you are interested in learning about multi-tenant database, there are 3 freebies out there. I think you'll get a lot out of. Question come in, John. How does this work on a rack environment?
In a rack environment, you really need to make sure that your wallet has to be visible to all the instances. So ideally, put it on shared storage. Otherwise, you're going to have a nightmare job synchronizing the wallet. You know, whenever you remember, keys are generated per table space or per table of column level encryption. So every time you update the wallet, you'd have to copy it to all the other environments. It'd be horrible to do. So in a rack, make sure it's on shared storage.
Very good. How about ASM? Can I save the wallet to ASM?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can put it on plus whatever. You can go to an ASM device. I think I would probably rather have it on a file system, by the way, on an NFS mount. You do need to be a bit careful with that wallet. If that wallet is damaged, your data is gone. So you need to be very careful with that wallet. And having it on a file system, probably NFS, will give me more confidence in knowing that I can always back it up in 50 different ways.
Yeah, one of our students, Christian, just contributed that as well. Don't ever lose your key, and that's good advice. So John, little scenario. You know, we've got credit card numbers stored in a table of our database. Do you recommend encrypting with column level, or would you encrypt with TDE, or how would you go about it?
If you can identify a small number of particular columns that have sensitive data, I would probably use the column level encryption. But that could just be me showing my age. In the old days, column level encryption came in first. It was supposed to be a bit quicker because you only encrypt the small amount of data that you need to encrypt. Whereas TDE, of course, is blanket. Everything in your 10 terabyte table space is encrypted. So if you know the individual column, I would probably go for column encryption. But otherwise,
one last question. I'm sorry. I think we got time for one last question. Source database encrypted with TDE and duplicating the database in another environment. Do we need to replicate the wallet also?
Right, a duplication, assuming you're doing an RMAN duplication, remember, it's decrypted. The data gets decrypted when RMAN reads it, and if you encrypt your backup, it gets re-encrypted. And that can be done with either with a wallet or can be done with a password. If RMAN encrypted using a wallet, that wallet would have to be available at the destination site to decrypt. But remember, you're not cloning an encrypted database. The database gets decrypted and then it will be re-encrypted at the remote site. So 2 techniques, assuming you're using RMAN. Either you do it with TDE with wallets, the same wallet at both sides, or you can do it with a password. but it's a separate process. It's the backup itself that's being encrypted and then decrypted to restore for the duplicates, and then re-encrypted at the remote site. Hope that made sense.
I think so. So we're going to wrap it up today, folks. I just put in the chat the link again to the upcoming security class that John is teaching. And please take a look at that class. We'd love for you to register for that class. There are seats left. And I'm sure you would learn a tremendous amount about Oracle database security and encryption and so on and so forth. So one last note, of course, we have recorded this session and we will post this session as a tutorial on our website. And I will post the link to all of the DBA tutorials here in just 1 second. Here we go. So you can see there's many tutorials there already. Maybe you've attended some of those sessions previously, and maybe you've watched some of the tutorials. But this session will turn into a tutorial and be posted soon. I will email you when it's been posted. Great. Well, thank you very much, John Watson. A brilliant presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the attendees for attending. We appreciate it very much. Stay safe out there. Hope everybody is well. Have a good day. See you soon.